Let's talk about the sixth sense a little bit.
Check it out.
Check it out. All that legal stuff. What's up, security guard family? Hope you're having a great day. It's a beautiful day. Can't really see. Blue sky. There we go. A couple of little clouds in the sky, but man, it is a beautiful day. I'm heading into work. Going to be going in a little early today. They're short-handed, so they need an extra person for a few hours. So I'm going in. Anyway, I've been trying to address this in a lot of videos, and it's really difficult because there are some aspects of doing security that are just really difficult to teach. And many times for people, it comes with just years of experience doing security, and you have to settle into a certain space when you work security. And this is with how to preemptively catch a thief or to detect when a theft is going to occur rather than responding to a theft that has already happened. And it's not easy to teach someone how to do this because it just comes from a lot of experience, and a big part of it is something that's very highly debated, and it's called the gut feeling. Some people put no stock in gut feeling whatsoever. They say that it's just a spoof or that it's nothing, and others really swear on the gut feeling. And I'm one of those people that I swear on that gut feeling. I listen to it, and it's almost superstitious or seemingly supernatural. And so that's where it becomes a debated topic. And I have a Christian background, and so when you start talking about gut feeling and things of consciousness and things like that, it tends to throw up flags for me because of my Christian upbringing. Those type of things tend to be disregarded as new age, and so it makes it kind of difficult for me. But at the same time, I'm also a very wide and avid reader, and science really fascinates me. And so I tend to do a lot of research and a lot of reading into the areas of quantum physics. And the last couple of years, there's been a lot of studies and breakthroughs in the study of consciousness as it relates to quantum physics and quantum biomechanics. And it turns out that there are quite a bit of discoveries that have been made that support consciousness and a global consciousness, and people being able to sense and even read and communicate other people on a whole another level, kind of like a third eye or a sixth sense. It seems to be that science is supporting a very real mechanics to it. And so it's also been said that the gut is the third brain. And when there's sayings like that, they often come from some level of truth. When there's a cultural reference to something, like saying that the gut is the third brain or there's a third eye, those cultural references often come from some sort of a truth, and the meaning behind it is often lost over time. But if you work security long enough, you start to realize that when you get a gut feeling, if you listen to that gut feeling and you follow through with it, many times you are correct, and you end up preemptively, you preempt a crime or a theft because your gut feeling told you that something was up. And a lot of times, in my opinion, when somebody is up to something, committing a crime, they are in a negative energy. They're in a negative energy, and so if according to physics this is correct, if they are on the negative side of the spectrum, negative energy is really easy to detect. And if you can feel that negative energy, it contradicts the energy that you are trying to put out, which is a positive, safe energy. You're going to feel it. And this is where it really conflicts with me, because when you start talking about energy, positive or negative energy, it sounds very, very superstitious or new age, and it contradicts a lot of religious beliefs. However, and I'm going to get a little bit religious here, the Bible does say that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. And if you believe that, then, you know, it could very possibly align that, you know, our bodies are far more advanced than society wants to realize. And so it is possible that, you know, if you believe in creation, God created us to be like this. And, you know, as a society, we have been deprogrammed to listen to these senses that we have been given. So as time goes on and you become more familiar with Scripture, you may not realize it, but you're probably tuning into these feelings or emotions that you're in tune with, that you're picking up from somebody else, kind of like a radio. You know, they're putting out radio waves essentially, and you're picking up on it. You become sensitive to that. You can listen to that. You can feel it. You know something's up. Pay attention to it. And all I can say is that as you develop as a security officer, listen to those things. Calm yourself down and pay attention. And the more that you listen to the gut feeling, you know, in the beginning, you probably will be wrong a lot. But if you pay attention and you respond to it every time, soon you are going to start recognizing what is a valid gut feeling and what is just a spoof or a whim. And pretty soon you'll get really good at ignoring the erroneous gut feelings, and you're going to start learning how to pay attention to the gut feelings that are correct. So, you know, it's really hard for me, because I've always been very skeptical of this sort of stuff, this supernatural, new agey type stuff. But, you know, it makes you wonder if our bodies weren't designed this way and we have just grown to ignore it. So try it out, guys. You know, especially if you're new in security, listen to your gut feeling and check it out. It's gonna be tiring, especially when you have a lot of false alarms. But the more that you investigate these false alarms, and the more that you realize that some of them may be actual things to pay attention to, you're going to get very good at paying attention to this. You're going to get very good at responding to it. You're going to start to develop this sense. And this is what really sets apart the average security officer to the great security officer. And a lot of people, they'll start telling you that, they'll start saying that, oh, that this guy's on it. And it's a really good feeling when clients start to say, you know, talk about you, saying, man, this guy is good, this guy is on it. And that's really what you want. You want the clients to really tell your boss that, man, this guy is on it. I want him to hear more. And, you know, that really shows that adds value to you as a person and your higher ability. And, you know, when you're able to do this, it's just, it just speaks volumes to you as a guard. And, you know, that if you plan to make a career out of security, it can be very rewarding, especially if you become really good at it. And, you know, for me personally, I've you know, I often wondered years ago, I was always catching people and preventing crimes from happening. And most of the other guards that worked with me, you know, they were like, how do you do it? And I just told them, I don't know. I just know. And I couldn't explain it. You know, and that's why I started really researching into the quantum physics and trying to figure out, like, is there a science? Is it explainable? Is it quantifiable in science? You know, how I'm able to just know when something's going on or something's up. And, you know, I still don't have the answers, really. The science is still kind of on a fringe, but there is a lot of evidence that kind of points that direction. And the science community tends to reject this sort of stuff just because that's the way science is. They reject it. Even when evidence is being presented, it takes years before the science community accepts things as a whole. So, yeah, I don't have all the answers, but I know that there definitely is something there. And just start paying attention, guys. Really just quiet yourself down when you're on the job site. almost like you just push all your thoughts out. Just quiet yourself down and listen. Just pay attention. And when you feel something, that something's up, pay attention to it. And you're gonna start to recognize and be able to discriminate against the false alarms and those positive alarms. So anyway, just thought I'd leave you with that there. This is something that is really hard to teach new guards. You just gotta develop yourself. And I'm sure there's quite a few of you guys out there that can attest to this, that there's just a sense, and you've got to really just hone your skills and hone yourself into this sense. So I'll leave you with that. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will catch you later.